So, I was answering some customer inquiries this morning, and somebody asked what type of glue I use to bond the check cabochons into the infinite clasps. And I thought this would be a great Better Beater episode to show you the quick and easy ways to connect metal pieces to glass beads or crystals. So there's many instances where you would need to connect glass to metal, like the infinite clasp here where you can kind of choose your setting. We also have the rivoli clasp and we have the long oval clasp, chaton clasp coming as well too. So I wanted to show you basically how you go in and glue and what types of glue I use. So the first thing that I like to do is look at what I'm working with. It is a crystal with a foil back. Does it have that Labrador or the back coating, which in that case, usually I'll grab some permalac and paint that on first. But what I'm going to be doing then is, if I can, scratching up the unit before I attach the clasp. So if I have something that's solid here, I take the back of a beading awl or a little mandrel here, and I go in and I scratch up the back, and then I'm going to go in and I actually scratch up the back of the piece here. Now, some of them already have the grooves in it, so you don't have to worry about it. And sometimes you can't do that because you can see through to the other side. From there, I have two different glues that I like. One is Loctite, and my preference for gluing metal to glass is E6000. I prefer the little tubes here of the E6000 because the big ones can dry out a little bit. The Loctite is nice because you have these little sections here that you can really precision put on the glue as you're working with it. The E6000 is not an immediate dry, which is nice, so you have some times to correct your errors. Once that's a little bit scuffed up, I'm going to take my E6000, put it right in place. Little dab will do you. Take my rivoli here, if it's the one that's done, and glue that into place on the metal. If you have something that has a shiny back here, we're going to put that to the side and kind of let that go. If you have something that has a shiny back here, obviously you don't want to scuff up that you can see through, but if you have a crystal that has a silver back, you can still go in. Ooh, that terrible noise. Mark up the back of it, which is going to help as you take your clasp and put a little dab in there and drop it into place, putting the crystal into the rivoli setting. When you have a chaton, same little thing here. If you have something where you can't scratch up the base, don't worry about it, but still scratch up the metal unless you have a clear cabochon or a clear rivoli that you're going to see through. So my preference of glue, E6000. If you have it on hand, Loctite will work. Scratch up and buff up the edge a little bit, and your crystals will fit right inside and stay for a long time. So hopefully this Better Beater answered the person that had the inquiry on our website, as well as a lot more of you that are watching. The Better Beater episodes are designed to make you a better beater and make you more informed to make smart purchases and great crafts. Remember, if you have the opportunity, you can look below the video in the links, and we'll put some links to some of the infinite clasps as well as the glue option too that you can grab on our site if you need them. Hopefully you now know how to adhere the glass to metal and the correct E6000 glue to use. If you haven't yet, hit that little subscribe button so you don't miss anything from us here at PotomacBeads. Thanks so much for watching, and stay tuned for inspirational designs.